Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back with you. Comments and stuff that go by when you've got a YouTube channel that need a response. And this latest one asked the question, I presume rhetorically, what is wrong with you people? And I'm going to tell you what's wrong with us people right after this. So what is wrong with us people? Now this commenter put this out on a recent video that I did, and I can only presume that he's in disagreement with the points of view that I make on this channel and the points of view that other commenters make on this channel in support of some of the things that I say, believe in, and hold dear to my heart. And so here's what I think he means when he asks, what is wrong with you people? Well, we believe in the freedom of speech. That comment is still up on that video. After watching what happened with Elon Musk and X in Brazil, and what's been going on here in the United States about that with Keith Ellison, the Attorney General in Minnesota, where he was actually thanking Brazil for taking a stand against free speech. That's pretty weird. And Robert Reich did the same thing by calling for the arrest of Elon Musk for not censoring things that the left doesn't believe in. So that's what's wrong with us, is we believe in the freedom of speech and hold it to be one of those inalienable rights in our Bill of Rights, a right that is given to us by our Creator, that the federal government should not ever, or a state government even, should not ever infringe upon. And speaking of infringing, we also believe in our right to carry arms. And that's also enshrined in the Bill of Rights as the Second Amendment, which supports the First Amendment, that is freedom of speech. A well-armed militia being necessary, etc., etc. The Second Amendment is absolutely needed and necessary to hold ourselves accountable for what's going on in the tyrannical government. I've been reading The Indispensable Right by Jonathan Turley, and he talks an awful lot about freedom of speech and gives us historical examples of what's been going on with censorship throughout the history of this country in particular, and even before that. There's an awful lot of things that I learned that I really didn't internalize quite a bit with our freedom of speech rights. They call it sedition. If you say things that the government doesn't agree with, they put all kinds of label on people. There has been numerous Supreme Court cases about the freedom of speech. And Turley goes into an awful lot of discussion about the yelling fire in a crowded theater comment that Oliver Wendell Holmes made back 100 years or so ago. And it's been taken out of context. And let me just explain quickly what that was. What he said was, you cannot falsely yell fire in a crowded theater to cause panic. Well, they just left the front part out and the back part out and just said you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Well, you can if the theater's on fire. So the point becomes a matter of objectivity and making sure that you understand the exact content of and context of those kind of quotations. And I have seen from lefty people that are in our circle use that "you can't yell fire in a crowded theater" comment to support their thought that certain conservative Republican thoughts and should be put to rest, should be censored, should be put in the waste pile of manure. And that's not what Oliver Wendell Holmes said, and that's not what he meant. Now, he was not a huge advocate for free speech, but that was the point he was trying to make. So, what else do we believe in that that this fella is so adamant about? Well, we believe in the sanctuary of our state, sovereignty of our state, our country. Our borders need to be secure, and I believe that every conservative believes that our border needs to be secure, and it has not been for the last 3.5 years, almost 4 now. They have done everything in their power to open up the border, lie to us about what's going on there, and we believe that our borders need to be secure. We believe in capitalism. We believe in free trade. We do not believe in socialism. We do not believe in communism. We do not believe in interventionism. Not that capitalism should be laissez-faire. I think there has to be some oversight in the capital marketplace to make sure that we're all kind of running on an even keel, that it's not imbalanced in any form or fashion, monopolies and things like that. I can understand that there needs to be a little bit of that, but to advocate for price controls because you think that the grocery people, the manufacturers and the grocers themselves are price gouging the public, well, careful what you wish for because you may get it. What else do we believe in? We believe in the sanctity of life. I don't know of very many conservatives that advocate for full-term birth abortions. Now, I'm not going to get into my personal beliefs, but I believe that life begins at conception. And I know that there's an awful lot of animosity about that particular position, but I believe in the sanctity of life. I think we should have a commission on adoption rather than a national position on full-term abortion. Exceptions, that's up to you and your personal belief system, but I believe in the sanctity of life, and I believe that I am joined by a number of conservatives on this channel and across this great country of ours that we believe in the sanctity of life. We also believe in the sanctity of marriage, and that marriage should be between a man and a woman. And that was a very popular opinion up until just a few years ago when all this other nonsense about transgenders and gays and all that, I believe in the sanctity of marriage. And if that bothers you, well, so be it. But I do believe that the majority of conservatives believe in the sanctity of marriage. I also believe that privacy, personal privacy, of what we do in our own homes is sacred. And what we say, that's the freedom of speech kind of thing. But being secure in our homes, with our possessions, I think is one of the biggest things that we can have running in our favor as conservatives. Now, I know and have heard too many stories about what's been going on with the federal government, FISA warrants, and spying on individual people, spying on conservatives, weaponizing the federal government groups like the FBI and the Department of Justice and even the ATF. They have stepped across what I consider a sacred line in our ability to maintain our personal privacy and security. So, with that said, there's a whole bunch of things that conservatives believe in that we hold dear, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on some of the things that make up your belief systems that are being challenged daily by the left, by the Harris-Walz campaign, and I just want to know what you're thinking. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you that we all need to be prepared always, and I'll see y'all on the next video.